So the U.S. Department of Labor tweeted out yesterday, quote, hashtag menstruation affects half the U.S. workforce, but talking about it at work can be taboo. For hashtag menstrual hygiene day, here are 5 easy actions employers can take to help menstruators thrive at work. So what is that? You mean a woman? Because again, gentlemen, if you are bleeding from your crotchal area, you need to seek medical attention. Because I can promise you that ain't normal. Okay? Let's establish that. But the other thing that I noticed, like before even getting into this nightmare, was I guess the chick, they used a purposely androgynous photo of this chick with bleached hair, and she doesn't have an apple, so that means she doesn't have a banana. So they used this, look at this androgynous photo. She's got a horrible, like, mullet. It goes from Little Lord Fauntleroy in the front to mullet in the back. Can you imagine, like, being a stock photo model and having your photo taken for a stock photo gallery and then becoming the face of menstrual hygiene? Can you imagine that's you? Like, you're walking around in the street and someone recognizes you. Oh my gosh, you're the menstruation hygiene lady. Can you imagine? That's you. Like, you modeled for the photo and stock photo, and it's used like this. How bad is your life? So that's the first thing I immediately thought, like, she's the menstruation hygiene lady. The second thing I thought was menstruators isn't a real word. Women is, though. And only in that area. It's a biological function. Don't sit here and try to act like it's a normal biological function when you can't even name women. You can't even define women. How in the hell can you talk about menstrual hygiene day? You don't even know what women are. What is a woman? You don't even know. And then when you click on the link, it takes you to some backrooms taxpayer-funded hellscape where you get this. To commemorate this menstrual hygiene day, the Women's Bureau, full stop. That sounds like hell. The Women's Bureau? They're unarmed, but they will nag you to death. The Women's Bureau is breaking down stereotypes and stigmas that have made menstruation a taboo topic in the workplace. Okay, full stop. Why are you talking about menstruation in the workplace to begin with? Have people worked remotely for so long that they have just utterly forgot how to behave in public and professional places? How does this, have they forgotten to wash themselves? How does this conversation even go? I provided a helpful script on Substack, where Pam strides into the room and grabs a cup at the water cooler for water. Standing nearby is Debbie. Hey, Debbie, how are you doing today? Man, we've had a lot of calls. I'm doing okay. My vagina hurts because I'm bleeding, though. Like what, your period or something? Yes, I thought Wes Craven was filming a new horror movie down there, but I'm not sure. I wish we had government resource to explain to us how our stupid bodies work. Yeah, I don't know. Like, how does this go? I don't know why you need to have this conversation to make other people aware. And I'm going to say something that's not PC, but I have no other way to put it. There's no way that other people would know you have an issue unless you're like reeking of day-old sushi buffet. I have no idea how else to put it. You know I'm right, Kane. Stop it. You know I am. Yeah. Department of Labor can't even define woman. Lady biz in the lady area is a biological function, but it doesn't make you a victim. I'm so tired of these people acting like anything that befalls women somehow further victimizes us. And that's what it is. Not everything has to be some kind of bizarre attribute of victimhood. Oh my gosh. She has the flow. Oh gosh, she's a victim. Shut up. Women throughout history have done this. Not menstruators, by the way, but women. You don't need to make this a thing with the Department of Labor. I feel weird that they're talking about it even. Like, I would be like, I'm quitting. This is weird. No. This is so bad. I don't see guys like walking into the workplace talking about how big the deuce they had was last night. So I really don't need,
Actually, that happens a lot.
Shut up.
I'm sorry to be honest with you, but it does.
We need to have deuce awareness. Like, do you need to be, but menstruation hygiene, like, again, right? Unless it's like,
I mean, unless you're working for Tampax, this shouldn't be a conversation at work.
even then, just roll the cotton. You know what I'm saying? Just get it done. Nobody cares. I just can't.
Are we done with this yet?
No, we're not.
Why?
Because I'm mad. I'm
Why?
mad that this keeps happening. I can't even believe that there's a day for it. There's a day for this. Like it's an ailment. A day. Shut up. You guys have too much damn time on your hands. We have a self-indulging society that is drowning in privilege. They don't know what hard work is. They sit on their asses and they doom scroll through their phones. I had this headline yesterday, how they spend what is it? How many days of their lives do they spend pretend shopping, fantasy shopping on their phones? Like there's a study done. Thousands of people were surveyed and they studied this. We live in such an indulgent society that it makes stuff like this possible. Everything is so great, you feel uncomfortable because it's so great. And then you're like, wow, I got to create more problems for myself. Guess I better vote Democrat and then think that, a basic biological function is an attribute of victimhood. Stop. Stop making everything miserable. It's just horrible. I can't stand these people. It's so frustrating. Gosh, it has to be hard to be a chick, like a teenage girl nowadays, and grow up with this stuff. It really does. So we apparently spent taxpayer dollars on this because it's a government site. So that's a taxpayer-funded government site. But I just, not everything is open for work discussion. I get that people like to overshare on social media. Stop it. Just stop it. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to know about this stuff. And by the way, you wouldn't need to provide these things for free, by the way, because they're like, oh, women can't afford this stuff. Well, not in this economy. Right. Maybe, I don't know, stop voting Democrat. I love the women who are like, I have a horrible taste in men. Can't wait to vote for the next man president. Vote for Biden. Like Taylor Swift, her entire album history is about how horrible she is at picking men. And so she backs Joe Biden. Make all the sense in the world. So if it wasn't for inflation, maybe instead of pandering to women like this, maybe just lower or abolish the income tax entirely. Stop spending our tax dollars like you're Hunter Biden at his cocaine dealer's house. Stop it. Just a thought. So frustrating. Sorry, guys. I had to talk about this because it made me angry, and I saw it yesterday, and I wanted to share the burden like a village.
It's over. I mean, I grew up with the commercials where just mother and daughter walking on the beach.
You had no idea what they were doing.
Like a private conversation?
Yeah.
Why are we talking about this at work?
It was a joke because it was so vague.
Right.
Like everyone was real polite about it. Now they're like, are you bleeding to death every month? I mean, now it's like so in your face and crass. We get it, right? Be classy.
We need to go back to them.
You had no idea what they were selling you. They were walking on a beach. Nobody knew until the jokes were made, and then finally it became evident. And now I don't even think they do that anymore. I don't know. But the mother and daughter walking on them, did you ever get that not so fresh feeling? And I'm like, maybe you should get new deodorant. Like, I didn't know.